And on 3, you step. Turning in the right foot more. Keep your gaze at eye level. You're looking down a little bit. Don't let your lead foot or knee turn when you're doing the carry the ball sideways. Extend your left hand forward more and grasp the bird's tail and pull your right hand down on the diagonal. We'll refine the moves here. Good, you stepped across the line, that's good. The first palm heel, make your fingers more horizontal. Reach out and pull that back in, good. We can take more time there. Don't look down and pull the rope. Keep your gaze at 3 o'clock and then look straight at 9. We should break down the shifting of the weight into 3 parts, so it'll take a little longer instead of being simultaneous. Pause more on the forward stances. Take a nice long breath out there. Okay, there was a little extra footstep there. I'm going to step across the 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock line and turn your left foot more there. We'll work on raising your hands and slow that down a little bit and add a few more moves. You want to pause on that move. Look up, keep your gaze eye level. Good foot positions. And that was smooth. Okay, you're going to have to stick out your chest more, girl. Have your left arm out further when you do brush knee. Think forward on a diagonal with your hands more forward in front of your head. And you want to pause more when you hit the forward stance on the palm heel of brush knee, palm heel. Pause and exhale and hold it. So we're going to add a little rhythm to it. You want to stay lower when you do that move. Good. You want to pause there on that move. Bring that right hand as high as your chin, so you need to come up about 4 more inches. On brush knee, end with your left hand or your bottom hand further out in front of you. Cock your hand closer to your side seam of your clothing with your palm turned up. That's a vertical punch, so your knuckles should be up and down. So there should be more long pauses and exhales. Good foot position though. Reach the claw more to the corner in front of you. We need to work on the transition in this. Good. You stepped across the line. That's good. The other side you didn't, but this side you did. Okay, the opening of the door needs to be belly button high, so that was a little too high. Don't look down. Good. You kept your toe on the floor. Stick out your chest more, pull your chin in more so your posture's just a little better. We want to work on the timing of what you're doing with your feet when you do a roll back. So we're going to have to remind me to take you through the 6-count footwork drill. Don't look down. We need to work on your gaze when you're doing the changing of directions. In the heel stance, your left hand needed to be in between you and 9 o'clock there. Remind me to teach you a couple different levels of this move, so you get some people that can't pick up their feet. Now your head's tilted sideways there. You want to keep your nose pointing straight ahead, and when you first teach it, don't even teach to look to the side. In the push, make sure your elbow's straight and your palm is flat like you're putting it on a wall. Your right hand here needed to be extended further forward and at 2 o'clock instead of all the way at 4 o'clock. Remind me to work on how to raise your hands into Karate Kid. You want to settle on crane spreads its wings by bending your knee more and take an exhale. See how close your brush knee is. We got to move that out further. Not bad, not bad. The right elbow needs to be forward more on that. We need to show the claw more there. Okay. Now notice where your gaze is. We need to keep it forward. It looks a little unfocused because it's kind of not looking straight ahead. Gaze is really important. Pull a rope. And ward off, rotate your wrist more so your palm is facing the sky. It just was kind of under-rotated there. And you should pause for a while here instead of just blending into the next move. You got a little extra footstep here. We'll have to work on this transition. The left foot needs to step across the 3 to 9 o'clock line more. Now here in your horse stance, we want to have your heels turned out so the outside edge of your feet point straight ahead, and it makes it look like the inside of your feet are turned in, but they're really not. It makes your knees point straight ahead. So now in wave hands, we're going to get the bottom hand to extend further forward at the end of the move. See, it's going to come straight up here. We're going to pay attention to this edge coming up right here with the right hand. It's going to rise up all the way to 4 o'clock or 8 o'clock instead of to the sides. And the head turn needs to be nose pointing to the corners. Okay, that was good. Not a heel stance. This is a neutral stance. It's really important to keep your gaze eye level here and your nose pointing steadily ahead. You want to have your toes pointed from the time you lift your knee till you finish the kick. Point your tail. Settle into the heel stance, exhale, then turn. So that gaze again is kind of down and to the side. You want to make sure you point your nose at your person, straight ahead, and imagine you're looking at one spot on the wall. You can work on bending your base leg and tucking your tailbone as you lift your knee.